Blair, you have started your own company now, and you have really some great news to tell us. Please, can you explain what you have discovered?
Sure. You know, I've been working in Huntington's disease and trying to develop therapies for many years, and we've had this really exciting new breakthrough where we can take the same delivery system that was used for the COVID vaccines, and we can use it to deliver therapies to the brain that might be helpful in Huntington's disease.
So what you are saying, it is that you are thinking of giving a shot, and then this can reach the brain.
No, it's a little more complicated. The delivery system is how you package the drug, but instead of injecting into the arm, we're probably going to inject into the spinal fluid or even into the brain. But this delivery system allows the therapeutic, the drug, the treatment, to get into brain cells, and that's the exciting thing.
And if you have found a system to get into the brain cells, because we know the problem is it's in the brain cells itself.
Exactly. So brain cells are really hard to deliver these types of treatments to. They're protected by something called the blood-brain barrier, and so you have to get through that. But then they're also very long-acting cells, long-living cells. They're there for most of your life, and they don't divide. So many cells that are easy to get things into, like in the liver or in the blood, turn over. They divide all the time. Brain cells are static. So they're what we call, they're no longer dividing, and they were born when you were very young, and they stay with you from life. And that makes it very hard to deliver these complex new therapies to them.
And what you told me before we started, it is that you have probably found a way to do this. Is that correct? Understood?
Yeah. The reason we started our company, Incisive Genetics, was we identified a way to use this delivery system to deliver specifically the most effective form of what's called genome editing.
What is that?
Genome editing is a brand new way. It's also called CRISPR. People have heard about CRISPR. It's a way of changing the DNA. So many diseases, like Huntington's disease, are caused by changes in the DNA. And CRISPR allows you to reverse those changes or to change the DNA in a way that prevents disease. So it's a very exciting approach. And the big limitation is how to get CRISPR into the brain. And we think that this is a very exciting way to do that.
And you have already done some trials and found out that this probably can be helpful for the Huntington community?
So we're not yet ready to go into people. Like many drugs, we start off in a dish with brain cells in a dish, and then we've moved to mouse models of Huntington's disease. And this year we're now moving into monkeys, non-human primates. And that's usually the next step after that. If everything goes well and things look safe, then we hope to be able to bring it to people.
So what is the perspective for us having a hope?
Well, the whole field of genome editing and CRISPR is very exciting. The hope is that we're able to correct the gene, the DNA, and it's a permanent change. So if we can do this, and we can change this, and we do it before the disease has started, we should be able to prevent the disease from ever starting. We know the target. We now have tools that theoretically can do it. We just have to put it all together. And what our company is doing is providing one new way to deliver this to the brain.
Last question. What is the name of the company? Blair Company?
No, it's not Blair Company. Although I like that. No, we're called Incisive Genetics. Incisive because we're precise and targeted, and we correct the DNA. So Incisive Genetics, that's what we're called.
Thank you very much.
Yeah, my pleasure.